Good morning, students. In the last video, we have studied all 13 static characteristics of the sensor. Now, in today's video, we are going to study the dynamic characteristics of the sensor. And what is meant by dynamic characteristics and static characteristics of the sensor that we have studied already while starting the static characteristics of the sensor. Now, these dynamic characteristics of the sensor are again divided into two parts: desirable dynamic characteristics of a sensor and undesirable dynamic characteristics of a sensor, right? And the desirable dynamic characteristics of sensors are speed of response and fidelity, whereas the undesirable dynamic characteristics of a sensor are dynamic error and lag, right? Now, both these characteristics or dynamic characteristics of sensors are the characteristics, or it is a set of criteria defined for the sensor which changes rapidly with time, which varies with time. Those are called as the dynamic characteristics of a sensors. Now, let's study one by one all the four dynamic characteristics of a sensor. So, the first dynamic characteristic of a sensor is the speed of response, and its name itself explains what is the speed of response or what is the dynamic characteristic, what is this speed of response of a dynamic characteristic of a sensor. So this speed of response is defined as the rapidity of measurement system that responds to the changes in the measuring variable. This indicates how active, fast the system is. So it helps us to recognize whether the system is fast or slow. So this is called as the speed of response. What is the fidelity? The second dynamic characteristic of a sensor. It is defined as the degree to which the measuring instrument is capable of faithfully reproducing the changes in input without any dynamic error. So without happening any error, how fast or speedily the reproducing changes in the input is taking place, that's called as the fidelity. So the next dynamic characteristic of a sensor is a dynamic error. Now, what is this dynamic error? It is the difference between the true value of the measured quantity to the value shown by measuring instrument under varying conditions. This is called as the dynamic error. Now let's go for the next dynamic characteristic of sensor is a lag, and it has two types: time delay lag and retardation lag. So what is a lag? Every system takes at least some time to respond, to start. Whatever time it takes to respond to the changes in the measured variable, that time is called as a lag, or more precisely this is called as a time lag actually, right? So it is called as a lag. For example, lag occurs in temperature measurement by temperature sensors such as thermocouple or RTD or dial temperature thermometer due to scale formation on thermowell due to processed liquid, right? And this lags is of two types that I already mentioned. So let's move on the classification of sensor. So sensors are classified based on various factors. That factor may be depending upon the quantity measured, primary and secondary sensors. The factor may be active or passive sensors, right? Or it may be power and energy supply required to the sensor. Active and passive sensors are classified based on power or energy supply requirement to the sensors. Active sensors are the sensors which requires the power supply, for example photoconductive cell, thermocouple, etc. And passive sensors are the sensors which don't require power supply, like thermometer, thermistor. These are the instrument, or we can say sensors, which do not require any power supply. So those are called as passive sensors, right? Analog and digital sensors based on output of the signal. So depending upon the output of the signal, we can easily classify what is analog signal and digital signals, right? So sensors and inverse sensors, principle of operation. Depending upon the principle of operation, sensors are classified like resistive, capacitive, inductive, ultrasonic, etc. Right? So let's move for the first kind of a category of sensor, which is classified based on the quantity measured. So depending upon how much quantity you are measuring of any particular variable, any particular physical quantity, there are various kind of sensors, and this kind of sensors are mentioned over here. So if you are measuring a temperature, right, so this kind of a sensor sense a temperature and converts that temperature into an electrical signal. And what kind of sensors are these? What are the names of such kind of a sensors which sense a temperature and converts those temperatures into electrical signal? Its example is thermocouple and thermistor, right? So thermocouple and thermistors are the sensors which measures the temperature, which sense the temperature, converts that sensed temperature into an electrical signal, right? Second is the pressure. So pressure is a physical quantity which is measured, right? And the example of this kind of a sensor is Bardon tube, strain gauge, piezoelectric sensors, etc. So basically this kind of a sensors, like let's take an example of a piezoelectric sensor. So what does this piezoelectric sensor do? This piezoelectric sensors sense or experiences the pressure exerted on its faces or on its layer and convert it into an electrical signal. The conversion may be into a current or voltage, right? So this kind of sensors are based on the pressure measurement, right? The next kind of sensors are classified as a sensor which measures the force or torque. Similarly, there are various kind of physical quantities that we can measure, right? The speed and position, light, gas, mechanical, humidity, electrical, chemical, radiant, and magnetic. So these are the various quantities which are measured or sensed by the sensor, right? So hope you have understood this, and let us now discuss some examples and its principle of operation of sensors which measures the temperature, right? So these are the various kind of sensors which we have enlisted here, and their physical their operation principle. So RTD is a resistance temperature detector. It's a name of a sensor, and this sensor operates on the principle measuring resistance of an electrical wire. I mean, this resistance temperature detector is an electronic device used to measure the temperature by measuring the resistance of electric wire, right? The next kind of sensor is a thermistor. Now this thermistor sensor is a type of resistor whose electrical resistance varies with change in temperature. Next kind of sensor is a thermocouple. So all these kind of sensors are the sensors which measures the temperature. So next kind of sensor is a thermocouple. This thermocouple is an electrical device which consists of two dissimilar electrical conductors forming an electric junction. Thermocouple produces temperature dependent voltage as a result of thermoelectric effect, and this voltage can be interpreted to measure the temperature, right? So we have used these thermocouples in labs, so one can easily understand its a principle of operation. Now LM35 is an IC used to determine the temperature by measuring the voltage of electrical output. Similarly, AD590 is also an IC used to determine the temperature by measuring current of an electric output, right? So these are the various kind of temperature sensors, right? Now let us consider some more kind of sensors. Gas thermometer. Gas thermometer is a sensor which measures a temperature by measuring the pressure exerted by a definite amount of gas enclosed in the volume. Bimetallic thermometer. This bimetallic thermometer sensor converts the temperature change into mechanical displacement. Vapor pressure thermometer. This vapor pressure thermometer sensor measures the evaporated vapor of a liquid at constant pressure, which depends on temperature. So ultimately, basically what we can say, these are all temperature sensors. Liquid filled thermometer. This liquid filled thermometer sensor sense a thermal expansion. When temperature of liquid changes, then pressure also changes. Likewise, the solid state temperature sensor is a sensor which sense a temperature sensitivity of a doped semiconductor such as a diode, transistors, and gives the voltage which varies linearly with temperature over specific range. So these are various kind of temperature sensors, right? And for time being we'll stop here, and next time we'll see some more kind of sensors which are measuring some other physical quantity, right? Thank you.